Boonville resident Ted Metzger announces plans to run for Lindell Hume's Senate seat in 2014. Kerry Schneider brings us his weekly report from the Dubois County Humane Society. And sports with Kurt Guxell. Those stories and much more are up next here on 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. In your news, Boonville resident Ted Metzger has announced his plans to run for the Republican nomination for the District 48 seat of the Indiana Senate in 2014. District 48 includes Bainbridge, Boone, Cass, Madison, and Pike townships in Dubois County, as well as portions of Spencer, Pike, Warwick, Gibson, and Knox counties. The current senator in that seat, Democrat Lindell Hume, has announced that he will not run for another term at the end of his current term. The 57-year-old Metzger ran for the District 47 Senate seat during the 2010 election, narrowly losing out to Democratic incumbent Richard Young. With the redistricting changes that went into effect in 2012, Boonville and other portions of Warwick County were moved into District 48. Metzger is a U.S. Air Force veteran and a longtime member of the American Legion. After his military service, he enrolled in postgraduate studies under the GI Bill and earned an associate's degree in air conditioning, refrigeration, and heating technology from Ivy Tech Community College. He has earned the Independent Caucus's vote of endorsement. The caucus is a conservative grassroots caucus comprised of individuals across the nation who evaluate candidates. His grassroots efforts have earned him the Defender of the Constitution Award. Official filing for the seats on the 2014 ballot opens in January. A former superintendent of a Perry County school district will soon be arraigned after being taken into custody in Louisiana on felony charges. Authorities say former Cannleton School District Superintendent Marion Chapman was picked up by U.S. Marshals Service officers yesterday at a Shreveport area Pontiac dealership, where it is believed that Chapman was an employee. Chapman was fired as Cannleton superintendent in December of 2011 after the school board stated that he had failed in managing the finances of the district. A state audit that was released last August alleges that Chapman took more than $200,000 in extra pay for himself, quit paying federal taxes that were due for the school district, and misused more than $300,000 in a school trust fund. In an effort to take back the lost funds, Indiana Attorney General Greg Zeller sued Chapman back in August of last year. The civil suit also asked for the judge to freeze Chapman's bank accounts and assets. Perry County Prosecutor Rod Acciardo asked Indiana State Police to investigate further once the state's audit had been finished. Acciardo says that investigation revealed further evidence of criminal activity by Chapman. Chapman faces 2 felony theft charges, as well as felony counts for official misconduct. Acciardo says Chapman will likely be extradited, and Indiana State Police should have him on Thursday or Friday of this week, with arraignment possible on Monday or Tuesday of next week. Chapman had been a finalist for a position in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, at an area school district, but was not hired there when area officials learned of his potential legal troubles in Indiana. In order to save the county money, Dubois County Council President Greg Kendall suggested to the Dubois County Commissioners yesterday that plans to build an access road to Dubois County Park be put on hold until next year. Last week, the council appropriated $30,000 to pay for an outside company to design the road, since County Engineer Jason Heil said he did not have the time in the next few months to take on the work. With construction put off until 2014, Heil will be able to design the road for the county. Kendall also clarified some of his ideas about the road, which would branch off of an unnamed gravel road west of the park, east of County Road 50 East, and just north of County Road 450 South. The road would connect with the looping road near the park's campground. The road will become one lane within the park itself to be used by emergency vehicles only. The county is looking to sell some of the 7 or so acres of land surrounding the proposed road to help offset some of the road's costs. Kendall says that land was bought specifically to create the road, and any portions that aren't being used for that purpose could help to pay for it. A Spencer County man was sentenced late last week after pleading guilty to felony child molestation. 57-year-old Carl Rustin of Santa Claus will serve 40 years at the Indiana Department of Correction and 10 years of probation. He will not be eligible for parole until he turns 76. Rustin pleaded guilty to a felony charge of child molestation back on March 12th of this year. A profitable cause affidavit in the case stated that Rustin told investigators that he had sexually touched a 10-year-old girl and an 11-year-old girl multiple times since the summer of 2011. During his sentencing hearing, Rustin argued for a lighter sentence, citing his remorse and alcoholism as reasons. Coming up after the break, Kerry Schneider makes his weekly stop at the Dubois County Humane Society, plus nice weather over the next few days in your local forecast, sports with Kurt Guxell, and Inform featuring Team Hope Walk coordinator Cindy Kryline. That's all coming up next on 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.